Hey everyone, I'm Jasper Dave and welcome back. In this episode of Retirement Rocks, we're going to be taking a look at some of the most stubborn rocks that I've worked with so far. We're talking about rocks that are 6+ months in the making. We are, of course, talking about carnelians and agates. Month after month, these guys have been rolling on the tumbler as I've been trying to work out pits and blemishes to try and get it to look the best that it possibly can. These rocks were so stubborn that at one point I had to try and break a couple of them apart using my pick. And put a couple of them up to the grinder just to try and smooth them out. Finally, today, I get to enjoy the fruits of my labor. All right, so here are the carnelians and the agates that I've been working on for quite some time. This is in between the burnishing stage and the polishing stage. Just wanted to get a quick look at a couple of them to see how they look before the polish goes on, so that when the polishing stage is done, we can tell, we can see if we notice any differences. I mean, they're already pretty nice and shiny. So I'm kind of curious as to what the polish is going to do to these, if anything. There was one that broke, and I don't know if it was in between or in stage 3 or in the burnishing stage that it just went through. But this guy broke, so he won't be going back in. So that's them. Got a little bit of a look at them before they get the polish on, so we can see if there's any kind of difference once the polishing stage is done. So here they are, fresh out of the burnishing stage after the polishing stage. And I gotta say that I can definitely tell a difference between the before and after. So the little clip that I showed you before they went into the polishing stage to now, there's definitely a lot more shine to the rocks, and I'm hoping that you're able to see it as well as I am. But what you're looking at here is the Mexican carnelians, and those are the orangest looking rocks that you see down here. And I actually picked those up from a rock shop in Pennsylvania when I was up there for a wedding in February. And I put them on the tumbler at about, I think it was March. So when I said that they've been going for months, I was not exaggerating. They literally have been in there for months. And it's December now, so you're talking, what, 8 months? But the mix of agates that you see here, you've got Botswana agates from South Africa, which I believe this is one, as well as this one here. You have multi-banded agates from Lake Superior. And then you also have crazy lace agates from Mexico. This is one of the crazy lace agates right here. This is the remnants of one of the, and I believe it's a crazy lace agate as well. This is one of the ones that I broke apart. This is one of the chips. Probably the only one that survived the whole thing, so I wouldn't recommend trying to break it up. But I got all the agates I got as a present for Father's Day, and I put them in late June, early July. So those have also been going for months. But I know I only held a couple of them up in the before video, so I'll try and hold those same ones up as well as some other ones. This is probably one of my favorites out of the entire batch. I just like that center piece right there, the eye with the bands going around it. I think it's really cool. Here's another one of the Botswanas. And as you can see here, like not all of them turned out great. You can still see chips and blemishes, but I'm telling you, man, I did everything I possibly could to try and work these guys out to be as smooth as possible and as perfect as possible. But they're just really tough rocks to work with. I'm not really sure what that green material there is at the tip of this one, but I think it's I can't really get it to focus all that well, but I think it's really cool. So far, those are all agates, so let me show you some of the carnelians. A lot of them, like this one here, they got a bunch of holes in them. And I couldn't get those to work out at all. In fact, these are the ones, that's why they stayed in for so long, is because I was trying to get those to smooth out a bit. It just did not want to cooperate. Anyways, here's another one with a greenish material inside of it. One of the carnelians, in fact, it was this one right here, had a hole right in the center of it, and it had some, I don't know, some white substance inside of it. Not really sure what it was. I thought for a minute there that it was ceramic media that had gotten stuck inside of there. So I was trying to break it apart with this pick here, and it did break apart, but not enough, because you can still see some of it inside of there. And then there's this little guy right here. This little guy's pretty cool too. You know, I did get quite a few little pieces of agates and carnelians, and that's kind of the luck of the draw when you're ordering from online services or online retailers, is you don't really know exactly what you're going to get, so it's kind of the luck of the draw, and this is just happens to be what I got for this particular batch. Here's a smaller agate here. I do think that these ones up here are carnelians as well. I'm just not sure what kind. They're definitely different from the Mexican carnelians, so I'm not really sure. One more I wanted to show you is my moth rock. To me, it looks like there's, come on, focus camera. To me, it looks like there's a moth. That red, maybe a butterfly, but I call it my moth rock. All right, guys, so that is the carnelians and the agates. I'll do one more pan through. Well, all right, folks, that does it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, please go ahead and give me that big old thumbs up and leave a comment down at the bottom. I sure would love to hear from you. And if you haven't subscribed already, please do so. I've got plenty more rocks where this came from. So until next time, just keep on tumbling.